This trade could change everything. According to an NBA insider, the Knicks are preparing to make a blockbuster trade offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks are preparing to make a blockbuster trade offer. For the last few weeks, we have broken down reports from Shams, from Ian Bagley, and from other multiple NBA insiders that have all reported and confirmed that the Knicks are going to be making roster moves this offseason. And some of those reports have indicated that the Knicks are looking to make a major trade this offseason. And the two names that keep coming up, that keep being linked to the Knicks, are Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo. However, with KD, many reports are out there suggesting that the Knicks do not want to trade for an aging superstar. A lot of the reports are suggesting they want to look to make another massive trade. And when you look at the other name that could be available, that is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And now we have another NBA insider confirming that the Knicks are first looking to acquire their next head coach. And then once they have that down, they're going to be making a blockbuster trade. And that trade will be for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's break down all of these latest reports today. Shout out to NBA insider Gary Wolfel for giving us this following information here. According to him, could there be a Giannis Antetokounmpo Jason Kidd reunion in New York? There's a report that the Knicks are asking Dallas officials permission to speak with Jason Kidd about their vacant head coaching position. Yesterday, I was told the Knicks are preparing to make a tsunami-type offer to acquire Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. Jason Kidd once coached Giannis in Milwaukee. There is a lot to break down here, but the first thing you might be asking yourself is, wait, hang on. The Knicks are currently going to ask the Dallas Mavericks permission to speak to Jason Kidd? Yes, that is absolutely going to happen. And that is the first domino that needs to happen in the Knicks' plans to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Before they can make that blockbuster trade, they first need to acquire their next head coach. And the coach they have in mind, at least all signs are pointing to him, is Jason Kidd. He is under contract right now with the Dallas Mavericks. He's their head coach. But if Leon Rose and this Knicks front office have their way, they're going to get a meeting with him. They're going to interview him, and they're going to try to steal him away from the Dallas Mavericks. Let's go ahead and break down those latest reports today as well, too. Shout out to NBA Central on the app X and NBA insider Mark Stein for giving us this following information here. According to them, the New York Knicks are expected to request permission to interview Jason Kidd. The New York Knicks are expected to formally request permission to speak to Dallas Mavericks Jason Kidd about their coaching vacancy in the coming days. ESPN's Tim McMahon wouldn't rule out the possibility of Jason Kidd joining the Knicks either. According to McMahon, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know or even think that J. Kidd wants out of Dallas. That would be going way too far. What I can say comfortably here is that certainly there have been decisions, major franchise decisions that have been made that he was not on board with. While there's no indication that Jason Kidd would leave the Dallas Mavericks in order to coach the New York Knicks, I mean, the connections are there. With Jalen Brunson, clearly the connections are there. He has a great relationship with Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd loves Jalen Brunson. We're talking about those moves that Jason Kidd didn't like, that he was not on board with. Luka, Jalen Brunson, probably a few moves, just to name a few, if I had to. And if he had the opportunity to coach the Knicks, he might jump at the chance. And that's why New York wants to seek permission in order to interview him. But he also has a relationship with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And that's why the Knicks are doing this in order. First, they need to get their new head coach. And it's likely that head coach, if they can have it their way, is going to be Jason Kidd. At least in terms of coaches that are under contract that the Knicks are interested in. If we're looking at coaches that are available, that are not under contract, the name that stands out to me the most is Johnny Bryant. Those are the two names right now that are at the top of the list, more than anybody else. We already spoke about it. He has a relationship with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And if the Knicks add Jason Kidd as their next head coach, it might go a long way in them being able to trade for Giannis. And that's why this insider put it like this. First, they have to get Jason Kidd. Then after that, they're likely going to make a tsunami-type trade offer to get Giannis on this team. Now, I was thinking about it. What is a tsunami-type trade offer in order to get Giannis on the Knicks team? Now, I'm not sure if this is going to qualify as a tsunami-type offer, but I know if the Knicks were able to get this trade done and make it, it would work out for the Knicks and likely put them one step closer to getting a championship. I reviewed this trade a couple of days ago, but I think it's only fitting just to do it again. In this trade scenario, the Knicks would receive Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks would receive Karl Anthony Towns, Tyler Kolek, the Washington Wizards 2026 first-round pick that is top 8 protected, and then a 2026 and 2030 first-round pick swap. That would be the trade package that would land New York Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, obviously, I'm not sure if the Milwaukee Bucks will consider this a tsunami-type trade offer. But if the Knicks were able to get this trade done, were able to pull off that move, it would change the Knicks entirely. That trade gets New York closer to a championship than they are right now. And maybe the Milwaukee Bucks will want more players added to that. Maybe they'll want a Deuce McBride. Maybe they'll want other players off the bench. If the Knicks have to do that and the prize is Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm sure the Knicks will definitely consider it. But obviously, they have to go in steps here. First, they have to make sure Jason Kidd is their head coach. Once that is done, then they can go to Milwaukee and try to trade for Giannis. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to beat out all the other teams that are going to want to trade for Giannis. Because honestly, looking at this trade package, I can name about 5 to 6 other teams that can likely beat it. However, if Giannis makes it clear, which, by the way, in my opinion, he kind of already has, that he only wants to play in New York, it might make other teams not want to trade for him as aggressively. That means their trade packages won't be as good. And if that's the case, it might put more pressure on the Milwaukee Bucks to trade Giannis to his preferred destination, which, as we all know, is New York, specifically the New York Knicks. And why? Because he still wants to win. This NBA insider mentioned that the Knicks were preparing a tsunami-type trade offer to acquire Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks. I just don't think that this trade offer meets that expectation, or at least that standard. It feels like the Knicks would have to give up something else, something that maybe they don't want to give up in order to get Giannis. Who that player is, what that actually is, I really don't know. But clearly, the Knicks are making moves. They are in the process of taking care of their head coach, and then after that, preparing to make a blockbuster trade for a superstar player. And all signs point to that player being Giannis Antetokounmpo. But with Leon Rose, you never really know now, do you? He makes you look here, and he goes in the opposite direction, and he goes after somebody else. Maybe we have to expect that here as well, too. But as of right now, the Knicks have a plan in place. First, get your head coach, and all signs are pointing to Jason Kidd. Then, make that blockbuster trade, and all signs are pointing to that trade being for Giannis. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks potentially getting Jason Kidd and then pulling off this blockbuster move? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.